Yo, what's up, guys? I go by the name of Don Reef. I'm sorry for my English. I want to make this video to talk about the upcoming Nas DJ Premier album that's coming tomorrow night. So let me talk about myself a little bit. I'm a hip hop junkie. I'm a DJ Premier fanatic. I started a blog called DJ Premier Planet back in 2005, and from there we built a community with some guys in all over the world, and then we created the DJ Premier forum. So it's like active since 2007 maybe. And to get back to the upcoming DJ Premier Nas album, Primo premiered, pun intended, premiered a snippet of the song called "Welcome to the Underground" in a show in the Czech Republic. And so I heard a lot of critics saying that the song doesn't sound like a typical Primo beat and stuff like that. And I'm like, if DJ Premier made 15 Primo tracks, people will shit on him. If he make left field beats, people will shit on him too. So I trust Primo. I trust the process. I know that it will eventually have some left field tracks, and that's okay, because for an album to be consistent, it does have to have different sounding tracks, not 15 boom bap Primo, Primo tracks, classical Primo tracks. So I like the left field things from Primo. We don't talk about Nas, of course, because Nas always delivers. I love Nas. Just the snippet that Primo previewed from Welcome to the Underground. This shit sound bananas. This guy's in my humble opinion, is the GOAT, the best MC ever. No question about it. Even though, for example, I hate Nostradamus. I fucking hate that album. I like the song Nostradamus and the Primo track, Come Get Me. That's it. It's garbage. I also heard that it's an argument that DJ Vlad always says, that Nas is one of the worst beat pickers of all time. It's not about worst beat picking. It's the certain rappers. I remember. Sorry if I digress all over the place. I'm new to this, and I'm trying to practice my English, and I'm trying to keep a train of thought. So to get back to the Nas thing, I think that I heard a few years ago, very, very long time ago, an interview with a guy on YouTube called Francois. He was living in New York, he made some interviews with rappers and stuff. And so I remember he interviewed Fat Joe, and he said to him, why don't you have a Primo track on your next album, or some shit like that. Fat Joe says the following. He said, Premier is the hardest guy to get a beat from, but music changes. It was the era like 2003, 2004. You know, everyone was doing commercial shit. You know, so that's why Primo had a long time hiatus because of that. Because people wanted shitty beats, quote unquote. Now, if you hear them again, 20 years later, it sounds fucking 10 times or 100 times better than all the shitty trap and drill music that's coming. Anyway, so to get back to Nas, even though I think he is the greatest MC of all time, you know, I didn't fuck with a lot of things. I didn't fuck with the Hit Boy albums, Hit Boy produced albums. I didn't like that shit. Except the King's Disease 3 got some fucking dope shit. Like Thun, like Hood to Hood, stuff like that. You know, at the end of the day, we gotta stick to hip hop. People, you know, people say you know, evolve and stuff like that. If you want to make another type of music, call it another something else. You know, why call it hip hop? Why call it rap? Call this shit trap or drill or don't categorize that with hip hop. You know, let our hip hop that we grew up with alone. That's it. So I'm fucking really excited about the Primo joint that's coming. A lot of comments I read, they say, "Oh, Primo doesn't have it anymore. The Rock Marcy joint is not good." You're fucking crazy. That EP, that LP, no EP or LP, yeah EP. That EP was fucking phenomenal. I didn't like it at first because you know, when I heard the album the first time, I said, you know, I expected 100% Primo beats, you know, but it grew on me like a day or two ago, 2 days after that. Excuse me. I'm sorry for my gibberish English. It grew on me. You know, it's phenomenal. I think the ransom EP. I like it, even though it's not that very good Primo joints. But because you know, I don't like very much Ransom's flow and voice. Rock Marcy had a you know, phenomenal style. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, Primo is very productive these last years. I loved the 2 Chainz joint. You know, Mortgage Free. I love a lot of things. So if Primo did like 15 tracks like Singapore Kane's Dreams and Vision, people will shit on him too. You know, just us hip hop, hardcore hip hop Primo heads will say, okay, it's cool, but a lot of people will not love it. So when you hear the track that Primo previewed on the show in Europe, in Czech Republic, it sounds like a blend of rock and you know, country music with you know, not typical Primo drums, but it sounds dope. For me, it's what matters. What matters is that the thing sounds dope. When I hear you know, an R&B track or a rock track from back in the day, or you know, I don't know, man. Music is good. Good music is good music. That's it. That's it. If it's garbage, it's garbage. Back in the day, in the 80s, there was a lot of garbage shit. I remember because I was born in '84, so I remember all the Vanilla Ice and shit. Ice Ice Baby was cool, you know, it was a cool track. So, but I hated MC Hammer. I fucking hated all this shit that he does. Stuff like that, you know. So it's not because it's old that it's good. But if it's good, it's good. And the thing applies for today's music. And do you think a guy like Nas, multi-millionaire, you know, that practically everyone considers the GOAT, you think he you know, and the demand for the Primo album is due from 2006. Everyone was you know, was asking for this. Do you think he will, you know, he will not get busy? Do you think Primo, knowing what the aura and the reputation of somebody like Nas, do you think he will not get busy? I think this album is gonna be something crazy. The fact that he only have one feature, AZ, like Illmatic, but technically, of course, AZ is the only feature that had a verse, but Q-Tip and Pete Rock also were features because they sang hooks. But anyway, so to get back to, let's change the game. This game is too fucking hard. So to get back to the album, let's you know, let's talk about the tracks. I don't have them written, but I remember them quite well. So the first track, I think it's My Life is Real. What to expect from this? I don't know. It's maybe some MC and braggadocious MC, maybe. I really don't know. My Life is Real doesn't you know, ring something profound in me. The second one is Get Ready. I think this one, and it's written Git, like Primo a lot of time does. Git, G-I-T. So I think it will be a typical Primo hardcore joint with a lot of scratches and shit. After that, it's New York State of Mind Part 3. I can't wait to hear this. I think Primo will continue the same pattern of the NY State of Mind Part 1 and 2. You know, with the beat dropping and the tin tin tin, you know, the ring of the sample, and then maybe he will do another version of it. I trust Primo on this. What else? I don't remember them that well, but you know, I don't remember them in order, so I will say things about what I remember. There's also the song called Sons, Young Kings, and it's obviously it's a response, or it's a part 2 to Daughters, Nas, one of my favorite tracks of Nas, produced by No ID. Phenomenal track. What else? There was a song called Writers. This one I really don't know how it will sound. Writers, I don't know. There's a song called Bouquet for the ladies. Some people say it will be a song for the chicks. like Primo also a lot of time does with Gangstar, like Ex-Girl to Nexus Girl, Nice Girl Wrong Place and stuff like that, Discipline. But I think a lot of people say that it will be an homage to the female rappers, female MCs. Either way, it will be dope. Yeah, I trust Primo. Primo knows how to make, chick, quote unquote chick songs, like the Get Together, the Posthumous Gangstar album. Phenomenal joint. What else? There's a song called, there's the AZ feature, Your Story, My Story. Wow. This one, I think this one will be crazy. I think it will be a back and forth between Nas and AZ. Maybe bar for bar. He says a line, AZ says a line, Nas says a line, AZ says a line. I don't think it will be a beat switch. I don't think that. I think the beat switch will be on the song called Nasir Esco, Nasty Nasir Esco. No, Nasty Esco Nasir. I think it will be there. I think it will be, like 3 versions of Nas. The first version, and then the Esco era, and then the more mature Nasir. What else? There was a song called, of course, The Third Childhood. I can't wait to hear this one because The Second Childhood is one of my favorite Nas Primo joints. Phenomenal joint. What else? I don't remember because I don't have them written, but overall I think it will be a phenomenal album. Phenomenal. I can't fucking wait. I can't sleep for like 3 days now. Really, I'm searching for leaks. I don't give a fuck.